So you're considering moving out here to our 30A area out here on the Emerald Coast, and you're wondering, what are some of the best areas and why? Well, in this video, we're going to give you kind of a cursory glance of what you need to know about all the Gulf front cities, neighborhoods, whatever you want to call it, here in this video. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in the beautiful Destin-Fort, Walton Beach, and Emerald Coast area. This is your first time to our channel. We do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. Now, as a military veteran of 14 years, and now a military spouse, I've moved so many places. And every time I moved somewhere, there was always such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. That's why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, texts from people moving to this area, got some questions, need some help, and well, we absolutely love it. So if you are coming to our area, got some questions, need some help, please give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us that little paper airplane. Whatever you got to do, we got your back when moving here to the Emerald Coast and our specific Destin-Fort, Walton Beach, and now 30A area. All right, so let's get into 30A and let's kind of talk where these areas are. Now, depending upon what sort of literature that you read, it could be that this whole area starts between Destin and goes all the way into Panama City. Since I've been here, it's really more or less been where the actual scenic 30A highway actually starts. So that's what I'm going to get into for today, is where that kind of starts all the way to about before you get to Panama City, which is now Inlet Beach. Why this area is so popular? What is this area known for? And honestly, it is the absolutely beautiful white sand beaches that we have here. Also, you have these coastal forests that are just on top of that. And specifically out here in the 30A area is the dune lakes. And they have this kind of brackish water that's just absolutely gorgeous. Of course, all the different festivals that come in and out. And this just unique southern charm that's mixed with us Floridians that just makes it the way that it is, and it's just absolutely wonderful. All right, so what are the popular Gulf Front 30A neighborhoods? So what I'm gonna do is kind of take you from west to east to kind of give you that whole drive down 30A, okay? So typically you're taking Highway 98, you're heading east, let's dip down to scenic 30A. So as you get down there, as you approach where everything starts to get kind of built up, we hit this area called Dune Allen or Dune Allen Beach, depending upon where you see that. So what are we talking about in this area? Not only does this area have great beaches, but it also has 5 coastal dune lakes that are out here. Of course, Allen, which I think this was named after her. You have Campbell, Morris, Oyster, because it kind of looks like an oyster if you look at it on a map, and Stallworth. So basically beautiful areas there. You also have miles of hiking trails that go out through here. It's truly kind of a nature's lovers area if you're coming here to visit or coming here to live. That's kind of the environment that you're going to see as you go throughout this area. Just gorgeous. So hop in your car, let's keep going off to the east area. Next is going to be Gulf Place. Now, this again is kind of a quaint beach town. It's very casual and colorful, would be the best way to describe it. There's a great mix of kind of beach, shopping, dining, and art, actually. You'll want to check out the Artists of the Gulf Place. It's a collective of a lot of these small galleries that you're going to see there, where artists kind of showcase their work throughout the year. Definitely want to check out the Gully Amphitheater as well. They also offer free concerts and live music. throughout the year as well, with just plenty of green spaces too. If you've ever been out there, there's just a lot of extra room for if you're bringing your family to have the kids run around and burn off some energy. But it's great to go out and have a picnic, whatever. It's just a great area to go check out. Then we move into, as we continue down scenic 30A, Blue Mountain Beach is the next stop that you have here. Again, this is another kind of low-key area of 30A. The area gets its name from this blue lupine, I hope I'm saying that right, flower, and it was actually on the coastal dunes, and what they found was that the dune that has the highest elevation is now in this area, and it is a towering 65 feet. What a mountain, right? Oh, goodness. But yes, it actually came back from the first sailors that would come out, and they saw that, and that's actually what they named it. But in this area as well, there's a lot of great eateries, great places to bike around and hike around if you want to. So it's a nice little quaint area. Keep on moving out. We start to get to a little bit more of a something's going on area, which is next is Grayton Beach. Now, Grayton Beach is an interesting place. It's actually one of my favorite places to go when I personally go visit throughout that area. It's kind of a laid-back beach town. It's nestled right inside Grayton Beach State Park and spreads down the beach all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Just absolutely gorgeous. The community is commonly known as having free-spirited folks with a laid-back attitude, I guess is the best way to put it. That's how they call themselves anyway. The beaches are absolutely beautiful. They were actually named the most beautiful beach in America by Dr. Beach, right? There's a lot to enjoy outside the beaches, to include, of course, great food, drinks, music, and so much more that you want to go check out. If you're looking to move here, actually, Grayton Beach is kind of a comfy place. It's got this quaint historic cottages next to modern beach homes. It's kind of interesting when you do come out here. It's welcome pretty much this entire area for good times. You got those white picket fences that you've seen before, got funky art, and just some great dining and shopping all together. I love going out to this. They do have the Grayton Brewery that's out there that they put out there. Love the beer that they produce there. Definitely gone out, had a great time going through the different shops. Even as a local, I love going out there still occasionally to just have a good time and kind of take everything in. All right, if you can continue down the road again, we also have Watercolor. Now, Watercolor is right before you hit kind of the big kind of congested area that's seaside, but we won't get into that yet. But Watercolor is known for its beautiful coastal lake. It's called Western Lake. You'll notice if you're taking 30A, when you look off to the right and you're like, wow, this is absolutely gorgeous, as it has flanks, the sea dunes kind of flank out into where it actually goes into the Gulf, and you can just see like the contrast between the two, just absolutely gorgeous. Not only that, but you have a lot of great shops, eateries. The architecture is really nice out here too, for where all the shops and everything are. They have this old hotel that sits out there on the Gulf as well that you'll definitely want to check out if you're coming here to visit. Walking, biking trails all throughout this. This is kind of all interconnected, these walking and biking trails all throughout the 30A area. It's definitely worth a visit. If you are coming to Watercolor, they've got they have two festivals. They're definitely a must-go check out if you're in the area. They got the Mountain Film on Tour Festival, which is pretty nice, and one of my favorites is the Harvest Wine and Food Festival. I mean, if you're into wine as much as I am. Generally speaking, Watercolor offers just like a very relaxing small town feel with an upscale amenities and really just a world-class beach right there. Next, we're going to move into Seaside. Now, Seaside is known for kind of its pastel-colored beach houses, its iconic whitewashed post office, and its architect-designed walkways, and of course those white sandy beaches. The town is really picture perfect. Matter of fact, Jim Carrey's The Truman Show was actually filmed in this area. So if you kind of want to see what it looks like, you can of course go there, or just watch any videos here on YouTube. But there's so much to do in Seaside. A lot of the times when we're moving around, maybe go on a staycation, this is usually where we end up. Because there's tons of shopping, great eateries, you have this open air amphitheater, and all around it has all these different shops. Heck, there's a shop that sells vinyl records that are in there. There's all sorts of really cool things. There's plenty of areas to go out and have some delicious libations if you want to. There's all these iconic sort of restaurants all throughout this area. It's just a really good time. If you want to be active, you want to go out and see things. Also around the amphitheater, you see all these old Airstreams that they kind of put together and put food trucks, essentially, like permanent stage food trucks all throughout there. It's just really, really nice to go check out for maybe your personal time with you and your partner, or bring the family. It's just a great time. Next on the list as we continue down is Seagrove. Again, it starts to be a little bit more relaxed again, but still a very luxurious beach town area. The area has a great collection of lush oak trees, magnolias, and just really unparalleled landscaping out there. This is also complemented by a diverse mix of like boutiques, casual cafes, and altogether just great ambiance in that area. You can still continue to take that bike ride down that trail. Matter of fact, if you're going to do that, go ahead and check out the Deer Lake State Park and the Eastern Lake along that specific bike trail. Next, of course, we have Water Sound. Now, Water Sound's just a little bit further. It'll be quite a bit of a trek from Seagrove. But this is kind of a private community that encompasses a lot of the classic all-American style mixed in colors and shapes and all that kind of eastern seaboard town with just a beautiful kind of South Walton beaches kind of flanking the other side. So it's still a sight to see. The scenery is absolutely breathtaking, and there's plenty to do, and just coming in and seeing the community could take a good half of your day just kind of roaming around. And then next we go into Alice Beach. Now this is kind of a treat because it just kind of jumps out of nowhere. There's really nothing like this community. The architecture actually reminds me of going out to the Mediterranean and going out to those old Greek villages. It has all those white sort of architecture, but it also encompasses kind of that American luxury look to it. It's hard to describe, but it's definitely worth checking out when going out here. The community also features a 21-acre natural preserve that they do have there. They've got an amphitheater. They've got the Ellis Shops, the neighborhood parks. You got tennis courts, and they also have the Calzia. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, which is one of the most elegant swimming pools and restaurants that are in the world. Apparently. I haven't been in there personally, but I've seen pictures of it. But there's lots to do in here, and all of this is pretty close by. A lot of this part of the town you can kind of walk around in. So, all right, moving on, we have Seacrest as we continue down. This area is considered kind of casual upscale, quote unquote, all right? Which means it's easier for people to kind of relax. Like the towns mentioned that we just did before this, the area still showcases, of course, that beautiful sugar white sand and turquoise water throughout the area. There's a lot of great eateries, places to shop, and, well, that nice, cool bike trail that we talked about. If you really enjoy beers, I know we've talked about that quite a bit, and wines, you can check out the Beach and Brew that's on 30A. It's relatively new to the area, but it's got a large variety of craft beers and unique wines if you want to go check it out. Definitely suggest it. All right, next is Rosemary Beach. Now this one's also pretty interesting in itself. It is named one of America's most romantic small towns. And you'll see what I'm talking about if you get an opportunity to go check it out. Now this area has one of the most architecturally beautiful and lively areas that you'll probably see. This design places it pretty much where everything just kind of filters into the town center. So everything's within that short walk. You'll see brick sidewalks that just lead into these locally owned shops, boutiques, and really world-class dining that they do here. Oh, and did I forget to mention that it's next to one of the beautiful beaches in the world? yeah, you got that going for you too. So definitely Rosemary Beach is a treat to go check out. And last but not least, we have Inlet Beach. This is comfortable and cozy, would be the best way to put this one. This is an area where we have kind of old Florida beach style meets the new. And what I mean by that is that you have old architecture meets modern accommodation. That's those cozy cottages with the options for new restaurants, high-end shopping, and boutiques, and a really carefree environment, which is really nice. So pretty much, if you're going to be out here, grab your beach chair, sunscreen, and good book, and just enjoy your trip or your weekend if you're living here. All right, well, that's all I have for you for the most popular areas that you're going to see on 30A, at least for the beach towns. If you have any questions for anything that I mentioned here, please leave them here in the comments below. And of course, if you are moving here, you got some questions and need some help, please give myself and my team a call, text, email, find us on social media, whatever you need to do. We got your back when moving here to 30A or anywhere here on the Panhandle. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty. We'll see you in our next video.